the drill bit. Another one. More kits. What's this stuff in my way? Should be another one of these floating around. Where did it go to? Somewhere. More missing tools. Alright, I got more room now. Look at that. Okay, so it's an 1/8 inch. So what do you need? You need a 120. So you have 5 thou press fit. Assuming it doesn't drill oversized, which it usually does. Okay, where's the hole gonna go?
Right in between both. Yeah.
Not there. Should I go over on this side?
Looks about right.
I don't like them all in one spot. Spread the. As you do more of these holes, you get all kinds of molds. Takes away bearing area every time you do it too. So after you do it a few hundred times, there's nothing left.
A few hundred.
Now the new bikes, they don't even do it anymore. They don't care. Not important.
But do they spin out on newer bikes?
Sometimes. All right. Boom. It's too tall. There you go. So you spot it in there a little bit. Touch down. Take a 1/4 inch bit, which is the height of the pin. Stick it up in here. It's a 1/4 inch thick. Give it a little extra, but not a lot extra, depending on how deep you went there. Just a little bit, it's fine. Now you just go right through it. By hand. Now the other one, we have half a hole here already, so we just drill right down the same hole. And we'll cut the bushing in, cuts a little bit of aluminum away, but not much, but it does cut the brass away pretty quickly. And we do the same thing when you go down a 1/4 inch. I just spot it, hold it, a little bit lower, right there, a little extra just to make sure. And it's drilled.
For the most part, it centers itself out when it's
Yep.
going alongside the already pre-drilled
That's why you
area.
don't want to. That's why you don't want to hold it tight on the grill. Let it float a little bit. Let it self-center. Put the drill back so you don't lose it. And try not to screw that drill up so it gets loose a lot. So you can see how the hole. Put the hole in there.
Yeah. That's cool.
That one back. And the 1/4 incher, where'd it go? Here. Missing the drill here, must have broke one. More like that killed one. Can replace it again. Okay, don't use the center drill anymore. We are going to use a porting tool here though. Okay, take the one that you like the best. Stick in the hole over here. So you just kind of put it in a little slight angle and just get it started. Down flush. We got 2 punches, a small one and a big one. Use a small one. It's in there.
Mm-hmm.
I take it over and hit the punch on the side just a little bit.
That locks it in.
That puts a little sharp edge across the top to compress it so it can't come out. At least not very easily. This one here, same thing, right in there. Started. Go just below the surface a little bit. As you pin it from both sides.
Nope.
If you drill too deep and you bottom out, you might go all the way through the bush, so stop when you go below the surface a little bit. Now this bush is going to be shoved in that way, so when you put the cam in here, it'll be tight right there. So if the cam will even go in there. So that's what we'll have to figure out next. Alright, there you go. Yep, setup is very important. So we're on nice even blocks, 3 there, nice and flat. So I'm going to go ahead and torque it down. Don't use any more torque than you need, in case it's really flexible. Is that enough?
No.
Oh. You sure?
Yeah.
About that much?
No. Yes. No.
I'm not going to move it that hard either.
No.
There you go. Because it'll flex all over the place. Yeah, that's in the way. Who put that in the way? Somebody's doing
1/4
something.
inch.
Somebody's doing something over here. Now, we didn't measure to see how flat that was.
I thought we were going to use the big one this time. Again.
Big what?
What we used to deck the...
No. No. Don't want to do that. It's too much work. Use a small one. Needs a better finish anyway. So you've had a repair job right here that they can't see in the video.
Oh, yeah, here, let me zoom in.
That has a lot of file marks on it that are pretty deep.
Yep, that right there.
Plus there's a lot of other little nicks and
That was
gouges and hammer marks and
mhm,
evidence of prior abuse.
all along there.
Yeah, it's pretty bad all through here.
And yeah,
So we don't know how flat this is. We're assuming that this is square to the gasket surface.
assuming.
You would think so, right?
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how often it is not. Okay, so. It's close enough for starting purposes. So instead of using a dial indicator, we're just going to check it. Give me a fuel gauge laying on the floor there. Right here in front, a couple of them. Up here. Just where I can't get to them. Only need one. Is that my one?
That's one.
That's one I'm going to use?
I guess so.
Yeah. Okay, we're just touching right there. Wake up, Scooby. What you doing, Scooby? Scooby thought it was dinner time or something. Ooh, look at that. Big gap in there. It says 0. Ooh, that is low.
Maybe more than 10,000.
5. 5 down right there. Hey, Scooby. Over here. Scooby forcing his way through.
Yeah.
He don't care about that camera at all. Okay, that's 4. Where's your bad spot over here? There's your high spot. Tie. 0, same as over here.
Huh.
And we'll check right down here at the bottom. About 3. Alright, so we got 3.
And 5.
0, 0, and we were 5 over here somewhere. Right here's 5. So that's a worse spot. So why is it really low right there? So we're coming off our gasket surfaces, which is what you want to be square to, you would think. I've seen a Harley machine these cases originally. Who knows what the hell they did. But I'm going to leave it square off the surface. That's what I want to do. Let's see. Was this carbide? Yes, it was. Is our 0 right now. This is the thickness of our cutter. Alright, there's our high spot. See right here, this is our high spot.
Hmm.
So now we go ahead and cut it. Big cut. The battery went away. Our low spot right there. Little wave on the bottom down there. So there's your file marks are low through here. Let's go over here and see that. Is Scooby in the way? Are you in the way, Scooby? No, Scooby's not in the way. No, Scooby's not in the way at all. Come on, it's hard to videotape with you in the way. Come on, let's go. Go over there. There, sit over here. Yeah, right here. Right there. There's a good spot for you right there. Yeah, you get chips all in your head just like that. boy.
Yeah, you see all the marks.
See the low spot right through there?
Yeah. It's all
So
still
we
colored.
took off 3 already. So we take off 2 more, we're going to start fogging across all of this. And that'll probably, hopefully clean that out.
Clean that up too.
We'll see. So, make sure we're clear, surface, boom. So that was 3, we'll go down to 5.5. What do we get? Cut half of it over here. I'll clean up a little bit there. The low spots, not too bad. That's definitely lower than that file mark. Definitely lower than the file mark. So see how you cut half the surface through here?
Yeah.
It's light through here.
It's like wavy.
But we're catching some through here. Big low spot right there, all that filing was here. The rest of it's kind of cleaned up pretty good. So this is our low spot right here. That's deep and it's heavy. So the rest of this stuff would clean up probably with another thou or so. Well, that's been filed right there too.
Yeah, so this whole side is pretty much just wavy.
Well, they ran the file like this direction, so they
Yeah.
cut the shit out of it right here. So that's deep. So that's an oil leak into a bolt hole. This is an oil leak between the 2 cavities here, your breather and your cam chest, so that's not good. Makes the breather not work correctly, and then it'll start wet something on you a little bit. Because it's not going to evacuate the oil out of here like it should. It's going to drain into it. So it's going to tend to flood that chamber out. So you'll make sure that does seal. Alright, so this is our pretty low spot. So I'm going to give it 2 more thou.
Let's see where we're at.
Probably 2.5. Bring it down to 8. There we go. So we're pretty deep in here. And we're still pretty deep over here. Same file guy. Now that just started cleaning the hole up for the gasket, so that would just almost start to seal. Almost. It's right on the verge of it.
We still have that problematic
still got
area.
this really low spot through here. So I'm not sure how deep that really is going to be. It's hard to get any kind of a feeler gauge in there.
I'd call it another 2 thou.
This is a 1.5 gauge. If I put it right on the corner. Yep, 2 would probably do it. Not over here though. deep.
Yeah, they pretty much chamfered it.
Yeah, that cut way off. But tooth out, if we come up a little bit more, it'll seal.
We'll clean it, yeah.
Well, the cam cover has a little bigger hole than a 1/4 inch, so we gotta be, it'd be nice to be about down to here, but I don't know if we can get quite that much. But the gasket will overhang it and seal it.
So what are you calling it? Another 2?
Yeah, I'm gonna try 2.
See where we're at.
That'll be, like I said before, 10 total.
Fuck.
Yeah, actually 10 and a half.
It was just an educated guess.
So the only dimension that's really gonna be the problem is the cam.
The actual length of it.
Yeah. So we might have to come back and cut the inside here where the cam goes. But we'll see. If we're lucky, we won't have to deal with it. I'm hoping we not have to. The other thing that becomes critical in play is the pinion snout hits the pinion bushing, that nut. And we'll definitely be checking that too. The breather in here is loose, doesn't really matter. All the other stuff doesn't really make that big of a difference. Okay, so we'll slow it down a little bit, slow our feed. Get a better finish. Probably get a better finish than that. Telltale cut looks pretty good. See the cross notch. Checkerboard look right there.
Yeah.
Nice and even. That means the head's all square. Which doesn't surprise me. I try to keep that square. Fell down. And we gotta make it even. We'll see what coming on the back side here. Close. Not enough. Team down right now. Sit on your side, I'm off. got it. Yep. Not 100%, but it's clean. Enough to run. Better up there. You always like to end the cuts on hole.
Yeah.
So it's when the gasket's at the most is where you're at. So you can see that, but you don't really feel it, but it's there. So
Well, it's not even a thou, maybe.
it's not a thou, it's more of just a finish change, not really a height difference.
It's a
Feel
climb
here.
cut versus a conventional cut.
Yeah, well, you're dragging across the other half.
Yeah.
It's just a back cut. It's coming across. So. You can see how clean most of this. You can still see the marks coming through a little bit, but it's not too bad. It'll seal now. And we picked up quite a bit over here, which I'm good with. But we're down 14 thousandths right now, which is a lot.
Yeah. We're definitely going to have clearance problems.
Depends on what the cam washer and all that is. We won't know until we put the cam cover on it. But it had to be done. You can see how far off that would have been.
Yeah.
That would have definitely leaked there, and that was really deep up in here too. So you're asking a lot for a gasket to seal that little area right there. There's a lot of crankcase pressure in here. Like I said, that chamber is not the same as this chamber. So it is what it is. But well, it's flat now. All right, that's it for now.